Hey, it's Shannon from iHeartRadio Canada here with Chelsea Cutler.
What's up?
So nice to talk to you.
Nice
How's
to
it
talk
going?
to you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, okay, you forgot your clothes?
I did, yeah. So after I changed last night, so I have a massive suitcase with me because I was in Chicago for a week for Lolla.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend kindly was like, "Oh, I'll take all the dirty clothes home and get the laundry started."
Oh,
she flew
that's so
home
nice.
this morning, yeah. And so there was a miscommunication, and I have no pants.
Okay.
So these are my pajamas, but we're gonna rock it.
You know what? You're killing it.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank
And
you.
I feel like that's style right now too. You know?
Yeah,
Like for sure.
You would never know.
What's the plan for on stage then? What are you gonna do?
I think this is all I have.
There you go.
Yeah.
Get in there.
This
That's
is
so
like all I
good.
have. Yeah.
Also, we have no AC, but I have this going. So
Oh,
if you need this
nice.
at any point,
Woo.
there you go.
It does feel good.
That's so good. Okay, so how does it feel waking up every day as a queer icon?
That's such a compliment. Thank you. I don't wake up and think of myself that way,
Yeah.
I mostly wake up and I'm like, oh no, I don't want to wake up.
Yeah, same. I get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so do you give yourself a break after you finish your last album? Did you give yourself a break from writing? Do you feel like you're constantly writing? How does it work for you?
Yeah, I feel like I'm writing a lot. I would say I mostly took time off from writing when I went on tour.
Yeah.
Just to enjoy touring and be present in that. And now that I'm home, I've been writing a lot, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's it been going?
Good. Yeah,
Yeah?
really good. We're 20 songs deep, so.
20 songs?
Yeah.
No way.
Doing
How do you
well.
go when you have that many to then start narrowing it down?
I think that for right now, I'm just gonna not limit myself. And once I feel like I've written everything I can juice out of myself, I think we're just gonna have to listen through and be really, really critical and figure out what songs we like the best, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. How has this writing process been compared to ones in the past?
I think that I've been thinking a lot about what I want my career to be defined by. Because I think I turned 25 this year, which I know I'm still young, but I think when you come up in the industry, I was always oh, she's only 22, she's only 23. And now I'm 25, I'm okay, what do I want to be known for? So yeah, I feel like I'm just trying to think about that and just try to mature the sound a little bit.
Yeah, totally. How do you feel? Because I know in the beginning you've talked about the fact that you wrote a song. You said it was for your dog. It wasn't. It was about your girlfriend.
Yeah.
How much thought goes into when you were kind of deciding to start talking about being gay and however, how much thought went into you wanting to do it for you versus knowing how much it would impact people that are listening to your music?
I mean, yeah, I think it was just for me. I think, figuring out your identity is really difficult. And I just felt I just felt so much better once I realized that it wasn't it didn't need to be this big secret that I had a girlfriend and my life is treated it everyone treats my relationship the exact same as when I had a boyfriend. It doesn't really,
it's kind of you build up this thing
you build
and
it
then
up in
you
your
come out
head.
and you're oh, okay, that's
which is really lucky, obviously. A lot of people obviously don't have that, that situation. But yeah, I built this whole thing up in my head, and then it was a balloon popped, and it was just oh, this is okay.
Yeah.
This is the same.
Totally. I'm gay as well. And I found I started making TikTok videos with my girlfriend, and I noticed that TikTok especially, there's so much more homophobia than I thought there has been. Have you ever noticed that online?
I haven't. I would say that I'm a fearful TikTok user.
Yeah.
Because I haven't I feel I haven't seen homophobia
That's
on it,
good.
but I feel I do see people's comments, and I'm just how did evolution allow you to get this far?
Right. Or
You
you
know?
think that we're just so much further than we are. And then
Yeah.
there's just that toxicity.
I also just I don't know. I feel. How old are you?
I'm 29.
Okay, so remember when we were trying to apply for college and I don't know, obviously from different areas, but if you had a red Solo cup in a photo or anything,
Yeah.
your parents were God forbid, you won't get a job.
Right.
And now people go on the internet and just are saying these atrocious things, and it's aren't you scared that your employer is gonna see
Totally.
this or something?
Yeah, and sometimes they're linked. I got a message online the other day from a guy, and it was super blatant homophobia because I was talking about being gay, and they're why do gay people always have to talk about being gay? Can't you just be gay? And then it linked to his business. I was are you not worried about your business? That's crazy.
Yeah. Write a review.
Yeah, I know, I totally feel
No,
that
it's
way.
really insane. I think people just don't process I don't know. People just think that like TikTok, you scroll and the video just goes into the abyss, and it's like, no, that still exists.
Yeah, and it's like out there on the internet.
Yeah.
I know. My mom, she was always like, you can't get a tattoo, you'll never get a job. But now, yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like everyone's just doing that. Speaking of posting online, you posted an open letter a couple months ago now, talking about like the relationship with being online and making content and all of that. How did you find the reaction that you got? Because you got a lot of reaction from a lot of artists that were feeling that same way.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously didn't expect that. Like, that came simply because I was sitting on the couch with my girlfriend at home and I was just venting to her. And my nature is to just like share with people how I feel. You know, otherwise I like probably wouldn't be an artist. And yeah, I just like typed it on my notes app and was like, F it, I'm gonna post this and I'm gonna probably get in trouble for it. Like, my first thought was like, oh, my manager's gonna be mad at me.
I was gonna say, like, what were you worried about? The label or like just?
Yeah, cause like I felt like I called out like the industry, because like the same people who are applauding you for saying those things are the same people who are like, make TikToks, you know? So yeah, I was scared I was gonna get in trouble, but yeah, the response was wild.
Yeah, totally. How do you feel now that we're kind of like, not past the pandemic, but we're kind of back to our new normal with how things are now?
Yeah, I mean, I think that TikTok is just like irreversibly changed the way that people consume. It's just weird, dude. Like, TikTok, just the way that we're consuming music through TikTok just changes really frequently. So like, first it was like people like famous people dancing, and you could just pay someone to use your song and the song would do well, and then it's changing, and by the time you get a grasp on it, it's changed again. So it's just like, I think everyone's confused. Labels are confused, artists are confused.
Yeah, I didn't know that this was a thing, but I had someone reach out and say like, I'll pay you this amount of money to use this artist's audio, and I was like, I didn't realize that was a way that like labels are like recommending music or like trying to get their music out there.
Totally. It's just like influencer marketing. Yeah,
but it's like when you do a sponsored post, you see that it's sponsored, so then there's like no facade. But then in that way, I'm like, they don't know that I could get paid to boost this or whatever.
Yeah, dude, it's weird. I mean, it doesn't really have much of like, it doesn't carry like that much weight anymore.
Yeah,
but
totally. Yeah, awesome. Chelsea, hey, thank you so much for being here. So nice to chat with you.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
For sure.